Hi everybody, it's Chris here from the Gallowgateshots YouTube channel. Just to let you know, as always, this podcast is now part of the 90-Minute Football Network and proudly sponsored by www.pt-4-u.co.uk. Enjoy the episode. Hi everybody, welcome back to the Gallowgateshots YouTube channel. I am joined by Matty of the Magpie channel. Hi Matty.
Hello mate.
How are you doing?
Very good. Well, not anymore.
I know. we were quite full of optimism until about 4 minutes ago. Welcome to the studio, mate.
It's very nice, mate. Thanks for having us.
How does it feel to be like the second member of the Magpie channel? Not the first.
I feel like it's sloppy seconds.
It feels like we've got favourites and you're not it.
He was keg busy at night, was he? Doing overtime at work, was he?
Do you
know what I mean?
He was, mate.
Well, that's good to be here, mate. It's nice and professional, unlike my channel, I suppose.
Mate, shall we get straight down to it?
Yeah.
So we were in preparation of doing a match preview, which we're still going to do for you. But as we were setting up there, Matty stood over my shoulder there. He says, Eddie Howe has COVID. I thought you were taking the piss, mate. He's not taking the piss. He's being deadly serious.
Yep.
Eddie Howe is going to be missing his first game in charge of Newcastle United. Only Newcastle United this could happen to, mate. Has it dampened it a little bit for you?
£100 on a train from Southampton, 6 hours. Yes, it's dampened it for us. Do you know what I mean? That came up to say Eddie. I wanted to say Eddie's handsome Howe's face. And now I'm going to have to put up with Jones again. Jones on the sideline. At least Tyndall's there. You know what I mean? But hopefully everything that's happened on the training ground the past 2 weeks is still implemented on the players. Eddie Howe says he's going to be in constant contact with his team. Don't know how. Got an iPad on the bench. StreamYard. Doing a watch-along.
Live watch-along. I've heard.
Live watch-along from Howe's mansion. So, I don't know. Hopefully he's still in contact with the players, with the coach and staff. He can get his points across. He's obviously got them across in training the last couple of weeks. That's the main thing, I suppose. Let's hope we don't wake up tomorrow and we hear that other players have been in contact with him and they have failed tests. That would be a double nightmare. But
it's worrying, that, isn't it? Like the night before game, then your head coach who's been spending a lot of hours in the training facilities, a lot of hours with the current playing staff. It's a huge concern about what might happen tomorrow, and I'm a little bit nervous.
Very nervous, because if it comes out tomorrow and it's like we are cursed. I thought the curse was lifted. Charlie's gone today. Ashley's already gone. We're cursed, don't we? I've never heard of this. COVID's been around for a year and a half now. He must be one of the first man just to miss it, apart from the first couple of weeks when we went at lockdown. For him to come out and test, and it was a routine test. He says I'm absolutely sound. He's got no symptoms or anything. He's failed his routine tests, and he's missing tomorrow's game. It's a massive nightmare. It is dampening it a little bit, doesn't it? Because he's not going to walk out. He's not going to get the roarous reception that we're waiting for him. Great reception that was going to be given by the fans and whatever war flags got planned and stuff. But
bin that war flags. Get a new one.
Keep it for 3 weeks time. Norwich, whatever it is next.
So how long is he? As it said in the article, how long is he's going to be away for?
I think it's 10 days, isn't it?
10 days.
So don't say he's not at Arsenal. I'm going to Arsenal next week now.
That'll probably be Arsenal as well.
I don't know. Is it 7 days, 10 days now?
I don't know.
It used to be 2 weeks.
But it's from symptoms, and he's got no symptoms.
Aye, it's mad.
Yeah. So yes, Callum Lewis. Seriously, Eddie Howe has COVID, and he will not be at St James's Park tomorrow. I'm sorry you're finding this news out from us too. I'm really sorry, mate.
I wish we were lying.
Let's get straight down to what we had to talk about. So the match preview, mate. We were so excited going into this one because looking on paper, I know it's hard to judge a football game on paper, but that's one, obviously the atmosphere that's going to be around St James's Park tomorrow, another sellout crowd. It's going to be very similar to the Spurs game. I honestly thought before that news we would do all right tomorrow. Yeah. And I'm not sure if that's blind confidence because we're being absolutely dreadful and we haven't seen a game under Eddie Howe. So I was quite hopeful of that. And what's your thoughts on it? Obviously, Brentford 4 games losing on the bounce, I think it is. But the return of Ivan Toney, if anybody's scoring, it's always going to be, and what Decker says is, Dr. Newcastle will see you now. Yeah. Basically meaning, if anybody's going to do it, it's always going to be against Newcastle United.
I didn't like it when you just said that they've lost the last 4 games in a row, because that's not going to last forever. That's about to change.
Dr. Newcastle.
That's the kind of thing in it, like when you come up against teams, and Dak has nailed it there when all these more. It was like Southampton hadn't won at St James Park for years and were like desperate for 3 points a season. Oh, last minute penalty.
Yeah.
Get the equaliser. Lovely. I think when you look at Brentford and how poor they've been the last month or so, they got off to a great start in the Premier League. Everyone's finding them out now, though. And, the momentum coming off the Championship season is dying down. So now, at home, it's a must-win game for us. There's huge pressure on the players already because of the position we're in. The only team not to win a game in England out of 92 clubs across the whole leagues.
Even
Newcastle.
Even Norwich beat with that.
So I think if we kind of get 3 points against Brentford at home tomorrow, then it is definitely time to worry, because Howe has had a decent amount of time over the international break. It's not going to happen overnight, this change in philosophy and the change of style of play. But we can surely go and get 3 points against Brentford tomorrow at home. We've got to, because it's Arsenal away next week, and then it's a huge week after that. It's a huge week after that where we've got Norwich and Burnley. So we've got to get something against Brentford. I am confident. I do think we will win tomorrow.
What changes are you expecting? Well, not expecting. What changes are you hoping for?
4 at the back.
Apart from winning the game.
Lovely. Aye, shots on target, please. That'll go down nicely. A bit of possession. Darlow not putting it in the stand. Every goal kick would be good. So I think 4 at the back. Howe's not going to play 5 at the back. He's going to play 4-3-3 or 4-4-2, and he probably, or a 4-4-1-1.
Do you think he'll change it straight away?
I think he will. I think he will. And it's going to be fascinating to see who we do play, because there could be quite a few changes. I wouldn't be surprised if he brought in a Jamal Lewis at left back. He's the type of athletic left back that he likes.
Even bringing Fabian back into one of those centre back roles.
Both have been on brilliant form for country the past week or so. I was surprised at what he was saying this morning about John Joe Shelby, completely bigging up John Joe. Everyone was taking the piss out of Shelby in the training picture, saying he was knackered and he was leaning on mannequins and everything. But Howe's bigging him up today, saying he's going to be a key player. He's going to do well in this system, which I'm really surprised at, because Shelby doesn't know how to jog in the main sprint, and he's going to have to press.
But maybe
he's not the one that's going to be pressing.
Maybe he's given that role to sit there,
just sit and pick Wilson from a distance.
Basically, maybe that's what it's going to be. I think everybody was shocked with the whole John Joe Shelby thing, but I'm not sure if you're in the same thought of me, in the same position where from now on, obviously it's a new manager, it's a new coaching setup. Everybody gets a clean slate from me now. Shelby, everybody knows I'm not Shelby's greatest fan, far from it, and I don't think many people are these days. But for me, he gets another chance.
Well, I'll give him tomorrow. He can have 90 minutes tomorrow. We'll see how we get on. I'm fully behind you with that. Everyone gets a fresh slate. Yeah. I'm talking Joelinton gets a fresh slate. Jamal Lewis. Anybody who can come in. Anybody who can come in and graft now. Because there's probably many players that didn't like playing under Bruce. Everyone had it easy, days off all the time. But you're never going to progress as a player like that. So if Howe's going to come in and what his demands, they should be pushing themselves now. And we might see someone shine. We need to see Willock shine. Big price tag. He's done nothing since then. Yeah. Obviously, he's been injured a lot of the time. He's been playing through pain. But we need a big performance tomorrow from everyone. We really do. Yeah,
one of the players that you touch on is Lewis at left back. Obviously Richie's been filled in at left wing back. He's definitely not a left wing back. Richie. No, he needs to be on the wing. But then you're arguing Fraser's worked with Eddie Howe, and obviously great partnership with Wilson as well.
He touched on that today as well.
He did. He's mentioned it a couple of times. And does that mean Richie drops to the bench and Fraser comes in on that left-hand side? Because there's not really many positions apart from that left side of the field where you can play Matt Ritchie. Yeah,
I mean, for me, he's got to be playing further forward, Matt Ritchie. We've seen the amount of chances he creates is surprising. He's up there statistically as one of the best in the Premier League. There's never anyone in the box to get on the end of them. But hopefully there will be now in the Howe, because he likes putting players in the box to create more chances. But if you're going to play Ritchie, he has to be further forward. We've seen he's not a defender. Most of our goals this season have been at the back post. Ritchie's gone missing, nowhere to be seen. Positional awareness is horrendous. So I'd be in favour of putting him further forward. Fraser's obviously couldn't be asked to play for Scotland, so he just sacked that off. So maybe he chose.
Weren't happy about that, apparently, Scotland.
Yeah, well, can I swear on this? Fuck Scotland. Don't care. Don't care about Scotland.
Sorry about all the Scottish viewers.
It's normally the other way around, isn't it?
It's
normally we get fucked over with people going on international duty. So I think we could see Fraser and Wilson playing together, but I'm not sure if he'll do it just yet. I think maybe Fraser would come off the bench. Obviously, I don't think Miggy's going to play because he only came back
away.
I think today.
He mentioned that Eddie Howe saying that he's not really going to rely on the players that have been away in international breaks, especially Miggy's been. Was it Colombia? Can't remember where it was, obviously somewhere in South America where he was playing. Miggy's not going to be starting.
So when you look there isn't that many options down the left-hand side, really. It's just interesting to see what formation he's going to go with. Will he play Saint on the wing? Will he play the two up top with Saint and Wilson? Will he play him in behind Wilson in the number 10 role? I mean,
I think it's the most anticipated starting 11 we've had for a long, long time.
It really is, aye.
And imagine if it's the same as last time out.
Well, I remember when we went to Palace and everyone was thinking, Graham Jones is going to put his own stand on this team,
now
put his own mark on the team.
His chance to shine.
All he did was play a craft at centre back.
Yeah.
And they were like, this is worse than Bruce. I was like, couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
So, surely there's going to be big changes tomorrow. Like, good luck trying to predict this lineup. Or even the formation. There's 3 or 4 you could use.
Does Darlow come back in? No, it does not. Darlow. Does Darlow leave the squad playing starting 11? And does Dubravka come back in?
I would. He obviously made his first start the other day, Dubravka, for his country, but I think you'll keep Darlow in for now. Okay. I think it's brave. Like if a manager comes in, you probably don't want to unsettle the camp too much straight away. You don't want to piss off too many people. And like, I think you'll let Darlow have this week, and then Dubravka will come in for Arsenal. To be honest with you, because he's been away on international duty, Martin Dubravka, so he hasn't had as much time as Darlow. He's been there from day one.
Yeah.
So let's see what Darlow can do. But like I say, he's going to really sort out his distribution. Like it was really embarrassing.
The thing that annoys me, and from Darlow, in fact, it's not just Darlow, it's every goalkeeper I've had, God knows how many years, is how slow they are getting rid of the ball. And I think a lot of that comes down to the goalkeeper, but I think a lot of it comes down to the defenders as well, because as soon as that goalkeeper picks the ball up, they turn the back on the goalkeeper.
Nobody wants it. Nobody wants it.
Thanks. Richie's the worst for it. No, thank you. Kick it up there. Give us a break. And
put it up to Wilson by himself with 4 defenders around.
You look at the top teams, and they're so fast at getting that ball away. Then obviously hitting on the attack before your opposition's got a chance to get back in formation. But we give them a chance, then lump it forward, then it comes all the way back again. And that's something that boils my piss. It has done for God knows how long. So you mentioned Joelinton there. And Joelinton, I think, over the last handful of games, he has made an impact coming off the bench.
Right.
Do you feel as if he's going to be that sort of player forward now, where it's going to be sort of an impact sub?
Probably. I think it suits it, doesn't it? The defender starting to wear down a bit. And to be fair, I think Joey's done well and like building himself up a bit more, doesn't he? He looks stock. He looks more up for it. He looks fitter.
He's been staying behind after training when everybody else is going home.
What's that, detention?
Detention height lines.
Too many over the board, Joe. Get yourself in detention.
But I've been staying back and having like chats with the coach and stuff and trying to get more information out of them. Say, what do you think I should be doing here? It's great to hear stuff like that. As long as obviously it's getting portrayed on the football field.
It's admirable, really, that he's doing the analytical stuff, and like analysis rooms and stuff like that, and looking at everything that he's shit at to try and get better. So that's what he needs to do.
List.
So no one has been there all night doing night shifts, but. Good on him. Good on him, because that's what we want to see. You can back a player. We always say black and white shirt, 110%. That's all we ask. And if he's doing that, then that's what we want to see. Because a lot of the time in his first year, when the fans' frustrations were because he'd drop his head straight away, waving his arms about. You don't really see that anymore now. He's putting himself about. His footwork's improved, I think. I think it's always the price tag that gets him. I think he's actually been quite decent this season when I've seen him. Like his footwork, his movements getting better. He's never going to be that guy to get you the goals, but I think you could fit him into a system.
There's comparisons in the comments there about Callum Lewis has put it in there saying Eddie Howe done the same with Josh King. It's something that we mentioned on the podcast a couple of weeks ago.
Josh King was unreal at Bournemouth under Eddie Howe. He was linked with Man United and everything. Only big money moves. He was an absolute nutter behind Wilson at Bournemouth. He was just causing chaos running between the lines. They couldn't keep up with him. So.
Yeah, he's an absolute handful. We'll start wrapping up, mate. Match and score prediction.
See, I was over the top enthusiastic earlier, but now another news of Eddie Howe not being there.
I think I'm not going to say Eddie Howe not being there is going to work in our favour, but maybe the players will think, right, let's go and do this now. Eddie can't be here, so let's go and obviously put an extra little graft in. The fans will be the same. Yeah,
could be. I hope so. I think
it could work in Brentford's favour as well, because they think, fuck it, I don't even got the manager.
Waiting all this time for a manager. You're not even there. I think Brentford will be looking at this now. They're like, we're all saying that this is a huge couple of weeks for Newcastle because we've got Brentford and then we've got Norwich and Burnley as focus on the home games. But those teams will be looking at us as well, thinking, well, this is the only say without a win there. Second bottom could get a result here. So it's not like it's going to be a blowover. It's not going to be an easy game. I'm going to go for 2-1 Newcastle, though, mate. 2-1 Wilson to do the job, get me through it.
Okay. I'm going to go 3-1.
Lovely.
Newcastle United. I've got a feeling. I really do. This will probably get clipped at some point tomorrow after the game.
Brentford fan
but,
TV.
Yeah, I've got a feeling. And if we're not going to get the 3 points tomorrow, then like you said at the very start, I'm worried where the 3 points may come from. Norwich you're looking at, so you're writing the Arsenal game off straight away. But if you pick 3 points up tomorrow against Brentford, you look at that Arsenal game and think we might go and get this.
Aye, free hit, and it'd be nice going to the Emirates and actually trying to win the game.
Yeah,
how his philosophy is to win the game, not lose the game. So if we're going to go there for a change and actually try and create chances, because every time I've gone to the Emirates, all we do is sit back.
Yeah.
But anyways, tomorrow I'd like
to know who you think is going to score 3
goals for. And will Ivan Toney score?
Ivan Toney, I don't think he'll score.
Oh, you're right. It'd be awful if he does.
And if I'm putting goal scorers on, Wilson to get 2, and let's go and say Willock.
I was just about to say Willock to break his duck after what we said earlier in the video.
Yeah, it'd be good to say that because it was 2 players that were scoring towards the end of last season. To be fair, I would love to see some sort of link up between Fraser and Wilson to get a little glimpse of that because we haven't really had it.
Because we're excited when they're saying about that, weren't we? Or what would be unreal tomorrow is Shelby bangs one in like it's 2010 from 30 yards out. Again, gives it one of them.
I'll take it. Anybody can score.
One of them, whatever he does. Do you know what I mean? All of that stuff.
It's not that.
Deli Ali. That's the one, isn't it?
Aye.
Both at the same time. Perez.
Aye. But I'm optimistic. Despite the news tonight, I'm still optimistic. I still think we can go and get all 3 points.
I still think everyone should just go there. Be on the wave that the Ashley era's over now, fully, with Charlie leaving today.
I wouldn't even mention that.
So Charlie's left. How long you got? Just Charlie's left today. Ashley and Bruce, we already know, has gone the last couple of weeks. So Howe might not be there in person, but you'll be there in spirit. The players should be playing for him. They've had him in. Well, hope not. He's got COVID. It's dangerous, right? Get well soon, Eddie. I was over with it. It's not nice. But no, like he's had the time in the training ground with him. He's had the time to put his philosophy on the players. Hopefully, we'll see it tomorrow.
Yeah. Fingers crossed, everybody. 3 points coming our way.
That's the main thing.
We've waited a long time. We need it. We need that win.
We really do, because we can't wait much longer.
Yeah. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for watching. And we'll see you after the game.